If you're tired of flying, the long security lines at the airport, the cramped seats on the airplane, the delayed flights, the stress of it all, I have good news for you today. You don't have to let your fear or frustration with air travel keep you from exploring and enjoying your retirement years. There's another way to see the country, connect with new places, and create memories. And it does not involve stepping foot in an airport again if you don't want to. And I'm talking about road trips. But not just any road trips. Road trips designed specifically for you. Shorter distances, smarter planning, and all the freedom that comes with being in control of your own journey. Today, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know in order to plan a safe, comfortable, and absolutely enjoyable road trip that proves retirement travel does not have to mean dealing with airlines ever again. Let's be honest, flying isn't what it used to be. The experience has become more stressful, more expensive, and frankly, less comfortable, especially for those of us who remember when air travel actually felt special. Between rising ticket prices, baggage fees, security hassles, travel changes, and the physical toll of navigating crowded airports, it's no wonder so many retirees like you and I are saying no thanks to flying. But here's what I want you to understand. Choosing not to fly does not mean choosing not to travel. Road trips give you something airlines never can. Complete control over your schedule, your comfort, and your experience. You can stop whenever you want. You can take the scenic route, explore charming small towns you'd never see from 30,000 feet above, and move at your own pace. No rushing to make a flight connection, no dealing with flight cancellations, just you, the open road, and the destinations that you choose. And the best part, you don't have to drive cross country to have an amazing trip. Some of the most rewarding travel experiences are closer than you think. Just 3 to 5 hours away from where you live right now. Yeah, it's as easy as that and simple as that. Here's the sweet spot for senior road trips, and that is destinations that are 3 to 5 hours away from home. Why? Because it's far enough to feel like a real getaway, but close enough that you're not exhausted from driving. You can leave in the morning, early in the morning, and arrive by early afternoon and still have enough energy to enjoy your destination. No marathon driving sessions, no overnight hotels just to break up the journey. Just a comfortable, manageable drive that gets you somewhere new that you can explore. Let me give you some examples of city piers across the country that work beautifully for this kind of trip and kind of give you some ideas. Starting with the East Coast. I don't know where you live, but I'm going to give you the different areas. Washington, D.C. to Williamsburg, Virginia. About 2.5 hours of history, colonial charm, and beautiful scenery. Richmond, Virginia to Virginia Beach. Around 2 hours, taking you from the capital to the coast. Philadelphia to the Pocono Mountains. Roughly 2 hours. Swapping city energy for mountain tranquility. Charleston, South Carolina to Savannah, Georgia. Just over 2 hours of coastal beauty and southern hospitality. In the southeast now, from Atlanta to Chattanooga, Tennessee, about 2 hours with stunning mountain views along the way. Nashville to Memphis, roughly 3 hours of music, history, and barbecue culture. Orlando to St. Augustine, around 2 hours, trading theme parks for the nation's oldest city. Tampa to Naples, about 2.5 hours down Florida's Gulf Coast. In the Midwest, Chicago to Milwaukee, just an hour and a half for a quick escape to lakeside charm. Indianapolis to Louisville, Kentucky, about 2 hours of bourbon country and horse racing heritage. Minneapolis to Duluth, Minnesota, around 2.5 hours along scenic Lake Superior. Lake Superior, Kansas City to Ozarks, roughly 3 hours into lake country and natural beauty. In the Southwest, Phoenix to Sedona, Arizona, about 2 hours into Red Rock country. Albuquerque to Santa Fe, New Mexico, just an hour for art, culture, and incredible food. Tucson to Tombstone, Arizona, roughly an hour and a half into Wild West history. San Antonio to Austin, Texas, about an hour and a half between two of Texas' most charming cities. In the West Coast, San Francisco to Napa Valley, about an hour and a half into wine country. Los Angeles to Santa Barbara, roughly 2 hours of the gorgeous California coast. Portland to the Oregon coast, around an hour and a half to charming seaside towns. Seattle to San Juan Islands, about 2.5 hours, including the ferry ride. These are just examples to get your wheels turning and give you some ideas. The point is, there are incredible destinations within a short drive, as you can see, from wherever you live. You don't need to plan a coast-to-coast adventure to have a meaningful travel experience. Sometimes the best trips are the ones that are just far enough away from where you live to feel special, but close enough to feel comfortable. All right, so you've picked your destination. Let's say that. Now let's talk about preparing for the trip, because good planning makes all the difference between a stressful journey and a smooth one. Number one, you're going to check your driver's license expiration date. This might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook this one. The last thing you want to get pulled over by a cop and try to check into a hotel only to realize your license expired last month. So take 30 seconds right now and check the date on your driver's license. If it's expiring soon, make sure to renew it before your trip. Some states even allow you to renew online, making it so much easier than ever before. Don't let something this simple derail your plans. Number two, you're going to get your car checked. Yes, before you hit the road, take your car in for a quick checkup. You want to make sure that your oil is fresh, your tires are properly inflated, and you have good treads on your tires. Your brakes are working well as well, and all your fluids are up to date. If you're not mechanically inclined, most places will do a basic inspection for free or very cheap. A little preventative maintenance now can save you from a breakdown on the side of the highway later on. Number three, you're going to pack your medications and then some. What I mean by this, you're going to bring all your regular medications. And here's the key, bring more than you think you need. If you're going for a weekend, pack for 4 or 5 days, or even 10, I would say. If something unexpected happens and your trip gets extended, you don't want to be scrambling to find a pharmacy in an unfamiliar town. Keep your medications in their original containers with the labels intact. This is important if you need to refill something or if there's any question about what you are carrying, because you don't want them to say you're carrying drugs, right? Number four, you're going to create an emergency contact list. Write down or save in your phone the contact information for your doctor, your pharmacy, your insurance company, and a couple of trusted friends or family members. Also include your roadside assistance number if you have AAA or another service. If something goes wrong, medical issue, car trouble, anything, you want to have these numbers at your fingertips without having to search for them in a moment of stress. Number five, you're going to consider roadside assistance. Please, if you don't already have AAA or another roadside assistance program, now is the time to get one if you're planning a road trip. For a relatively small annual fee, you get peace of mind knowing that if your car breaks down, someone will come to help you. No trying to change a tire on the side of the road by yourself. No figuring out how to find a tow truck in the middle of nowhere. Just one phone call and help is on the way. It's one of the best investments that you can make for road trip safety. Number six, you're going to plan your route and have a backup plan as well. Yes, GPS is wonderful. We all know that, but technology can fail sometimes. Before you leave home, take a few minutes to look at your route on a physical map. Not just the directions, but the actual geography. Know which highways you'll be taking, what major cities you're going to pass through, and where your rest stops and gas stations as well. If your GPS dies or loses signal, you'll still have a general sense of where you're going and where you are. And here's a pro tip. Screenshot your route or print out the directions as a backup. Old school? Maybe, but it works. Now, let's quickly go over what to pack for your road trip. I'm giving you everything today. Packing for a road trip is different from packing for a flight. You have more space, more flexibility, and honestly, more options. Here's what you need to bring to make your road trip comfortable and safe. Water and snacks. Hydration is so important, especially on long drives. Bring a cooler or insulated bag with plenty of water. Dehydration can sneak up on you and it affects everything. Your energy, your focus, your mood, all of that. Pack healthy snacks too. Nuts, fruit, granola bars, crackers. Avoid anything too sugary that will give you a spike and then a crash. You want steady energy throughout the drive. Toiletries and personal items are important too. Pack a small bag with all your essentials. Toothbrush, toothpaste, face wash, any skincare that you use, hairbrush, deodorant. Think of it like you would for air travel, except you don't have to worry about that 311 liquid rule. Bring full-size bottles if you want. Having these items easily accessible means you can freshen up at rest stops or when you arrive at your hotel without having to dig through your main luggage. Yes. So that's it so far. I'm not done yet. So keep watching because I have more gems to drop. Let's continue. I hope you're getting value from this video so far. And if you are, then you will definitely appreciate my newly launched ebook titled The Senior's Guide to Stress-Free Travel Below 35,000 Feet. This ebook is essentially and especially for those who are done with flying and tired of all the hassle that comes with air travel. You can grab this ebook from the link in the description. You'll be so glad that you did. Comfortable clothing and layers. That's what we're going to touch on next. We're moving on. Wear comfortable clothing for driving and nothing tight or restrictive. And bring layers because car temperature can be tricky. Even the outdoor temperatures can change. And you might be going from air conditioning to hot weather to cool mountain air all in one day. A light jacket or sweater is always a good idea. Also pack a change of clothes in your car in case of spills or if you decide to stop somewhere unexpectedly, I should say. Next is phone charger and GPS backup. Bring a car charger for your phone, not just any charger, but one that works reliably. Your phone is your GPS, remember that. Your emergency contact device as well, and also your entertainment system all in one. You cannot afford for it to die mid-trip. And like I mentioned earlier, have a backup navigation plan. Print out directions or take screenshots of your route so that you're not completely dependent on the phone and on technology. Sunglasses and sun protection is essential. Even if you see it's cloudy in the skies, bring your sunglasses. Driving for hours with sun glare is exhausting and dangerous. A good pair of polarized sunglasses makes a huge difference. Also pack sunscreen. If you're stopping to walk around or explore, you don't want to end up with a sunburn. That's not good for starting a trip. Next is first aid kit. Yes, a basic first aid kit is a must. Band-aids, pain relievers, antacids, antihistamines, hand sanitizers, wet wipes. You don't need a full medical supply, just enough to handle minor issues. You can buy pre-made kits at any pharmacy or grocery store, and they're worth having in your car anyways, even when you're not going on a road trip. Now let's talk about the actual drive and how to make it as safe and comfortable as possible. Here's one of the most important tips that I can give you. Start your trip early in the morning. Aim to leave by maybe 7 or 8 a.m. if possible. This way, even if your drive takes longer than expected, such as traffic detours, extra stops, you want to still arrive at your destination in daylight to enjoy the experience. Driving at night is harder on your eyes as well. It's more difficult to see the road signs and the exits. And honestly, it's just more tiring. Give yourself the advantage of driving during the daytime when visibility is best and you're more alert. Next, you're going to avoid peak traffic times. If your route takes you through or near a major city, plan around the rush hour. The last thing you want is to sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic for an hour when you could have avoided it by leaving 30 minutes earlier or later. So check the traffic patterns for the cities that you're going to pass through and make sure you adjust your departure time accordingly. A little planning here can save you a lot of frustration. Yeah. Next, you're going to take the scenic route when you can. The highway is usually the fastest way to get somewhere, but it's not always the most enjoyable. If you have time and flexibility, consider taking back roads, or scenic routes instead. You'll see small towns, local restaurants, beautiful landscapes, things that you'd completely miss if you took the interstate, the highway. Road trips aren't just about getting from point A to point B. No, they're about the journey itself. So embrace that. Take the slower, prettier route. Stop at a roadside farm stand. Grab lunch at a local diner. These are the moments that make the trip more memorable. Stop every 90 minutes to 2 hours. This is critical for your health and safety if you're taking a 5-hour journey, so to speak. Sitting for too long increases your risk of deep vein thrombosis. Blood clots in your legs, that's what that means. It also makes you stiff, sore, and mentally fatigued. Plan to stop every 90 minutes to 2 hours. I say that again. Get out of the car, walk around for 5 to 10 minutes, stretch your legs, roll your shoulders, take deep breaths, Use the restroom whether you think you need to or not, because more than likely you will. Grab a drink of water. These short breaks will keep your blood flowing. It will keep your muscles loose and your mind sharper. And here's the thing. Don't feel like you're wasting time by stopping. Oh, no, don't feel like that. You're not. You're taking care of yourself. A 5-minute stop every 2 hours adds up to maybe just 15 or 20 minutes total on a longer drive. That's nothing compared to arriving at your destination exhausted and achy. Okay? Next, you're going to travel with a companion when possible. If you can, bring someone along with you, a spouse, a friend, a sibling. Having a travel companion makes the trip more enjoyable and safer as well. You can take turns driving, which means less fatigue for both of you. You have someone to talk to, which helps you stay alert. It even makes the journey seem shorter. And if something goes wrong, car trouble, health issues, getting lost, you're not dealing with it alone. At least you have someone with you. That being said, traveling solo is absolutely an option as well. Many people love the independence and freedom of solo road trips. If that's you, just take care of yourself and take extra precautions. Simple. Let someone know your route, though, and when you expect to arrive. Check in with them periodically while you're on the journey, and stay extra vigilant about rest stops and breaks. And don't push yourself. If you're tired, find a safe place to stop for the night. Now, let's talk about something nobody wants to think about, but everyone needs to be prepared for. What if you have a health issue while driving? First, you're going to pull over safely as soon as you can. Don't try to tough it out or push through to the next exit. Your safety is more important than staying on schedule. Once you've safely stopped, assess the situation. If it's minor, like something like feeling dizzy, maybe you have a headache, a mild nausea, rest for a bit, drink some water, and see if it passes. But give yourself enough time. If it's more serious, though, like chest pain, difficulty breathing, severe dizziness, confusion, call 911 immediately. Do not hesitate. Don't downplay it. This is what emergency services are for. And this is why having that emergency contact list I talked about earlier is so important. If you're traveling with someone, they can make the calls while you focus on yourself and feeling better. Now, let's talk about booking hotels and your accessibility. Where you stay can make or break your trip, especially as we get older and comfort becomes more important. Here's what to look for when you're booking accommodations. When you book your hotel, specifically request a ground floor room if possible. This eliminates the need to deal with stairs if the elevator is broken or slow or if they don't have one. It also makes it easier to load and unload your car. Many hotels will accommodate this request, especially if you mention accessibility needs. Don't be shy about asking. It's your trip and your comfort does matter. All right. Be sure to look for senior-friendly amenities. This means you should check if the hotel has grab bars in the bathroom, a walk-in shower instead of a tub, good lighting, and easy-to-reach electrical outlets. Some hotels specifically advertise as senior-friendly or ADA compliant, which means they've thought about accessibility. Read reviews from other travelers, especially older guests, to see what their experience was like. Location is also important. Book a hotel that's close to the things that you want to see and do while you're on that little trip. The last thing you want after a day of driving is to have to drive another 30 minutes to dinner or attractions. So look for hotels within walking distance of restaurants, shops, or parks, or at the very least, a shorter drive. This not only saves you time and energy, but it also makes it easier to go back to your room if you need a break during the day. You know what I mean? Okay. Next, you're not going to forget to ask about senior discounts. Many hotels offer discounts for seniors, sometimes 10%, sometimes even more. AARP members often get additional deals. Always ask when you're booking the room, even if it's not advertised. It never hurts to ask if there's a senior rate. You've earned those discounts, so take advantage of them and ask. While we have touched on GPS navigation already, it's worth diving deeper because getting lost can turn a great trip into a stressful one really fast. GPS is an amazing tool, but it's not perfect. Signals can drop in rural areas, tunnels, or mountainous regions. Sometimes GPS will try to take you on a route that's technically shorter, but involves dirt roads or construction zones. Before you blindly follow your GPS, take a quick look at the route it's suggesting and make sure it makes sense. If something seems off, like it's sending you to a residential neighborhood instead of staying on the main roads, double check on a map to see what's going on. Most GPS apps allow you to download maps for offline use. Do this before you leave home. That way, if you lose cell service, you'll still have access to navigation. Google Maps and Apple Maps both offer this feature. It takes only a few minutes to set it up, but it could save you from being completely lost in the middle of nowhere. Keep a paper map, as I suggested. Keep one in your car at all times. Yes, I'm serious. Buy a road atlas or print out maps of the areas that you'll be traveling through. If all your technology fails, a paper map will still work. Plus, there's something reassuring about being able to see the big picture of where you are when you spread out that map in front of you and where you're going without staring at a tiny phone screen. Next, you're going to program your destination before you start driving. Never try to input a destination on your phone or adjust your GPS while you're driving. It's dangerous and it's illegal in many places. Before you put the car in drive, make sure your GPS is set. Your phone is mounted securely where you can see it, and you know the first few turns before you even drive the car. If you need to change your route mid-trip, pull over first. Safety always comes before convenience. Here's what I want you to take away from this video. Your dislike of flying, or even your inability to fly for health reasons, does not have to be the end of your travel dreams. Road trips open up a whole new world of possibilities, as you can see from what we talked about today. They give you freedom, flexibility, and control in a way that air travel never could. And the best part, you don't have to go far to have an incredible experience, as you can see. 3 to 5 hours in any direction from your home. There are places that you've never seen, foods you've never tasted, people you've never met, and memories waiting to be made. All it takes is a little planning, some smart preparation, and the willingness to get in the car and go. And this video should give you some ideas. Your retirement years should be about enjoyment, exploration, and living life on your own terms. Don't let the stress of air travel keep you home like a prisoner. The open road is calling, and it's a lot more welcoming than any airport security line. I'll put together a free printable checklist with everything that I've covered today. Pre-trip tasks, what to pack, travel insurance, hotel booking tips, and all of that. You can download it from the link in the description and keep it with you for every single trip. That way, you'll never forget anything important. And while you're there, in the comments, in the description, don't forget to grab my ebook, The Senior's Guide to a stress-free travel experience below 35,000 feet. You're going to thank me later for that. So where are you going first? Pick a destination, 3 to 5 hours away. Follow the tips in this video and start planning your trip. Don't be scared. I promise you, once you do this once and realize how easy and enjoyable it can be, you wonder why you didn't start sooner. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video. And thank you so much